Monorant's Gen V, the only Gen V podcast that really wants to watch those Area 51 films now. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and with me is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Yeah, they sound really fun.
Well, they certainly sound like our kind of films. But
yeah, well, you can complain about it. And
yeah,
like,
you
this
can
is
pick
how
them apart.
I would have done them better.
It's absolutely a Monorant at the movies kind of film by the sounds of it. But yes, so no, we've made it to the end of Gen V Season 2.
Yes, and what an end.
Season 2, Episode 8, Trojan.
Apt.
Yes.
Did not know that was the title.
No, that's the title. Yeah, no, it was a damn good finisher. Short, but then Gen V is that much shorter than the boys. Just sometimes you feel it more than others. But I think, again, this episode, kind of like last episode, there's largely only one thing happens, which is the big fight at the end. And it's just everything that kind of leads towards it. Well, we get a bit
of, like, Godolkin and Sage. And
we do, yeah.
Sort of thing, it's all lead into Season 5.
I don't know about that now, but well,
definitely I'm very interested in what Sage's and Homelander's response and shit like that.
Yeah, but like,
and I'm kind of really, really, really sad about Godolkin in a weird way.
Yeah, in a way, it would have been fun to have. I think this is kind of something we said about Season 1 as well. If we could have had it stretched out more,
a little bit more.
Where in this season, if it was longer, that Godolkin healing could have come earlier and we could have got 2 or 3 episodes of it. Would have been fun.
Him, yeah.
But for how long the season is, I can understand why they pushed it out. But before we get into the episode proper, we will do our usual credits and whatnot.
Oh my god, you're the whatnot girl.
So, director this week is Steve Boyum, doing his 4th episode of Gen V.
Yes, I thought the name looked familiar.
Yeah, 3rd this season, and did The Whole Truth last season. And for writers, we have Michelle Fazekas. Pronunciation.
So sorry.
She's the showrunner, so I really should get it right. The other showrunner is called Tara Butters. That's really easy. At least for Butters. At least for Irish people who are bad at pronouncing names. Anyway, yeah. So Michelle Fazekas, and the other writer was Justine Ferreira, who at first I was like, oh yeah, that's the other showrunner, but no, it's not. So I looked her up. This is the only thing she has a credit for on IMDb. This episode.
Wow.
Nothing else.
Cool.
So started with a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's who our team is for this week. So, summary and then dive into the episode.
Yes.
Godolkin is back on his campus and plans to show all the students his new curriculum. While Sage is worried he's straying from the path, the gang are trying to plan their next step. But when Godolkin calls for all the students to attend a seminar, Marie knows that they all have to step up and stop him before he culls half of God U.
Yeah, it takes him a while to get around to that, doesn't it? Like, to the realization of...
The whole time, I was like... The
whole time?
He wants to kill people.
The whole time.
You know he wants to kill them, but then I realised...
Yeah, why do you think that has stopped? You've just given him the ability to do that.
Only Kate and Marie know that. And Polarity. They didn't tell the rest of the group. Because especially when they go to, like, the frat house.
Yeah, just like, tell them that he wants to kill you all.
But Emma and Sam don't know that.
Yeah.
Or at least not explicitly. We didn't see them get told. And until later on, Marie's like, oh yeah. Duh.
He wants to kill everybody.
But that's much further into the episode. Because the episode starts way back where we started in episode 1.
With the continuation of the song and the fire and the fact that he could have literally just gotten up and left. But no.
Because, it's in episode 1, he's like reaching for the fire button.
Suppression.
Fire suppression or fire alarm or something. Yeah. And like looks like he passes out. And then when we cut back to him, he's not passed out. He just gave up on trying that and instead reaches for a Violet V.
Yeah. But it's different V.
Yes, we find that out in a bit.
Because we were like, why is he taking it? Everybody else...
just exploded.
Is the reason shit's on fire. Because one of them's still on fire.
But presumably they were taking the original version of V that was made for Project Odessa, whereas he then goes and takes what we find out later is V1.
Which was the one that was given to like Soldier Boy and
finally have an answer to that question as to why they don't age. Why they bothered with another one, I'll never understand.
Presumably because that formula was lost and they were trying to recreate it, or the whole not.
Well, it obviously wasn't lost if he took it. Like, not aging is a good thing. Well, then maybe they didn't want to have a whole bunch of immortal superheroes running around. Anyway, at least we got an answer. But as usual, it raises more questions.
It seems to be that I think like because whatever V they were using is now producing the weak ass results that they're getting.
Yeah,
because it's so produced. And Odessa, I don't know what they were doing with Odessa. The God tier.
Yeah, that's supposed to get God tier soups, but. Oh, I don't know. We're getting too bogged down in it. Anyway, he takes the V and then catches on fire.
Yeah, not fun. Gonna survive. Crippling pain.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's worth it.
But after many years in between, now he's back on form and eating lots of food grossly.
I actually quite enjoy the gluttony
Oh, yeah.
Like, the sheer, like, having just mouthfuls of things and being like, oh my god, this is so good. What does this taste like?
I like
it's very when Bender turns human.
Yes. But it's not just food as well, because he's like rubbing the blanket on his face and
he's
stuff.
not been able to feel things, like his joy at being able to go and relieve himself by himself.
yeah, that's
like,
quite funny.
Because that is one of those things that when it's one of those basic functions that as you get older and may need assistance with, or if you have or something that it is one of those things that's like, I can't even do this for myself.
It's all the little things that he is like taking joy in.
Sage does point out, oh, you're just touch deprived.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay, you're just touch deprived. That's why you like me so much. But I do enjoy the fact that there's a whole lobster that he just whacks onto the donuts.
But the conversation that follows with Sage is unexpected. I won't say out of character, but unexpected. Maybe she thinks she's found somebody on her level.
Well, presumably they've concocted this plan together while Sage has...
If he wasn't already part of the plan for phase 2, as soon as she found out about him, she was like, let's work him into phase 2.
How she came in contact with Cypher initially, I'd be interested in finding out.
I'd imagine
to that once Homelander invited her into the fold, she would have gone through the entire roster of who's who.
Yeah, and probably looked into what was happening on...
Yeah, and places like Elmira as well. It's like, who's in there, who's in charge, who's doing what.
And probably would have been able to maybe figure out just from looking at Cypher that he wasn't really Cypher. She might have been able to figure out herself, oh, actually, that's Godolkin. Godolkin never died in the fire, and then,
or she was looking for Godolkin.
Maybe, yeah, but once she found him, she seems to have fallen in love.
Yeah.
Because she's like, hey, move in with me.
Yeah.
Which was a bit unexpected.
Yeah, she's like, so they've given me this place in the tower, and he's like, oh my god, it must be awful. So she's like full on being like, yeah, we're gonna like maybe not go public with you as Thomas Godolkin.
Yeah.
But introduce you as like a soup, but I like the way the crux of it is we're gonna have to we have to introduce you to Homelander
slowly and
because
carefully.
He doesn't take kindly to
the man can't handle surprises, I think is what she says.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, before they start talking about him moving in and stuff, he says about how she was right about everything.
Yeah.
About Marie wanting to come back and about leaking the Odessa files to Starlight.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, right, okay, so that's how Starlight got on.
Yeah. Well, we do know that she enjoys leaking stuff like that. She will use it as a tactic.
Yeah, that's what we saw with A-Train last season, or in season 4. But, yeah, after they talk about the moving in thing, he makes a joke about how he's never seen her so vulnerable, and it's kind of a turn off.
Yeah.
And then he says about going for a piss, and then he's got to go and do one last class.
And she's like, sorry, what? Excuse me?
She said, well, but we're done here, remember? Like we've
gotten everything you want out of this. And he's like, no, I haven't.
Yeah, we've got work to do. And he's like, no, I'm not quite done here yet. Yeah. Like, you'll see.
Yeah, because you were making like an observation about how he was a raging white supremacist Nazi, judging by the room full of shit.
Yeah, well, we were told he was Vought's right-hand man, and then we saw this room. So, yeah, putting 2 and 2 together. And then we've been told he's a supremacist as well.
It was like, why would he then...
date a black girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my thing. I was like, why would the racist date a black girl? But then you pointed out that when he became a soup, he just reassigned his priorities.
And also the hypocrisy of racists.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that too.
There's like well documented, but yeah, like he believed he was the master race, and then he became an even more superior being.
Yeah. So
and
now
has
it's
just
now
elevated
it's not about
his level of racism.
Yeah. But I think I do think it is still there, because I think that's ultimately why he
and the misogyny is 100% there. Like,
he diverts from Sage's plan, even though he knows
very much. It's almost like an indulgence of her.
I think
he's like, oh yeah, we'll use your little plan and let you think you're in control. But it's
different from Homelander, where Homelander
is very overt.
Well, I think also Homelander knew how smart she was and knew she was smarter than him.
Yeah,
but just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And would occasionally lapse back into thinking he was smarter and then get angry when he realised that he wasn't.
Yeah.
Whereas...
well, in fairness, that's one hell of a tantrum he threw at the end of the season. For wrecked his gaff.
But with Godolkin, I think it's a case more of, he knows how smart she is and he knows she's the smartest person.
Yeah.
But he still doesn't think that she's smarter than he is.
No.
Because later on, he's like, my plan is better.
Yeah. And like, he's had nothing but time to sit and stew in his machinations.
And I was saying that's partly as well, I think, why I can kind of, you can almost understand why he became a supremacist, because he gets powers and immediately becomes
fucked.
Yeah, he gets powers.
Like really, like his skin, everything like that, and like he doesn't heal because he got powers after he got burnt. Presumably, they did enough to preserve him, but not to protect him.
Yeah, he basically gets powers, but then is trapped in his own body.
He's helpless. Yeah.
Uses his powers with a puppet then to control, but then basically spends the next 60 odd years just watching other people with powers, wasting them when he's got powers that he can't fully use. You can kind of understand why that's sticking his craw.
Yeah, I wonder what he thought about Soldier Boy.
Well, we know what he thinks about the Deep, at least later on.
Yeah.
But
and his rather excellent observation of Homelander.
Oh yeah, again.
Magnificent.
We'll get there in due time.
Yeah.
Because first he announces his return to everybody on campus with a little video.
Yeah. Hello,
hello.
I'm Thomas Godolkin.
What
the fuck?
You may recognize me from my bus around campus and my name on everything.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Lionel Hutz.
But yeah,
no, it wasn't Lionel Hutz. Who is it? Hi, I'm Troy McClure.
Yeah, Troy McClure.
Aww.
But
it does very much have that quality.
It's a bit,
and his insane message about how everybody's rank is now back to 0 and they're going to have to attend his seminar.
Yeah.
And duke it out.
That bitch Justine seems quite excited about
she's like, no way. I thought we were going to see her in it because I've seen her she's taken a punch. She can take one hell of a punch. So, it would have been fun to see her in that, but no.
Yeah, no, it's just that one bit, and it was just we just got to get Justine in there for the last episode.
Just to make, she's in a lecture
she's
watching
still
this.
There.
It's playing in the student union centre area.
It was a weird inclusion for Justine to be there, for her not to show up again in the rest of the episode. Especially as we still don't know.
It's still, every now and again, they kind of go, oh, don't forget we're on a college campus.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a bit like that, just to be like, oh, well, we need to have somebody watching it on their phone, not paying attention to a lecture.
Yeah, but no, it was just the fact that they include her specifically. I thought was a bit weird. When she doesn't show up in the seminar later on, at least I didn't see her there.
No,
but
we would have seen her. She would have whinged.
Yeah, exactly. If she was there, they would have made a point of showing her. But he makes his announcement and he says you'll all get your invites shortly, and some of them do. And at his first seminar, we see
Lisa.
Rufus is there, Lisa is there, and I think there's one or two other people who might have been there from the previous seminars. But he gathers them all and he tells them that, I love us all. We're great. Soups are fantastic and I know us all inside and out. But
your powers.
But you're here because you're all failures.
And it's not that your power set is shit, because some of them have some pretty sweet powers.
Well, it's
that what they've used their powers for is to roofie girls. And I love the fact that they're he can't anymore, he doesn't have a dick.
Yeah.
Just to remind everybody that Rufus had his dick exploded last season. In fairness, it kind of was it was probably a relief after the hitting himself in the nuts repeatedly with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
It was a mercy.
But yeah, he berates them all.
Yeah, he's like, you use your powers for this, you trick women, yada. Basically, you're all scum.
And then says that that's all going to end. And from now on, that anybody who is in the campus has got to earn their place.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do now, or die trying, basically. And says that
you'll all either, level up or die.
Yeah. It says it's a simple test. They just have to stop him from pushing the button on the other side of the room.
And Lisa's like, I played Knifey Spoony before.
Yeah, I remember this game. And does actually attempt to
Yeah, that's a pretty decent fireball.
It is.
I do like the fact, and he's like, he's like, Lisa, why are you ranked 32? That's pretty impressive. And flunking intro to...
Improv?
Yes.
But 32 isn't terrible.
No.
Especially when last season Emma was ranked 98 or something.
Yeah, well, she broke the top 100. She was delighted she broke the top 100 as a freshman.
And this is on Cypher's new ranking, which isn't about branding or anything. It's about powers.
Yeah.
So she's presumably
those fireballs are pretty and that was the thing. I was like, if you're going to take her, why didn't he just kind of pivot everybody at the start of the year towards more combat training and just include it as a required class? If he was trying to level people up. I know he had his select little seminar.
He wasn't trying to level people up. He was just seeing which ones were worthwhile.
Yeah.
And if leveling up happens as part of the process, great.
I got another guy.
But once Lisa takes the shot, Godolkin starts taking control of people.
Yeah, and it's it's kind of sparse and he's hopping between people the way he did
At first, yeah. And then he seems to start taking control of more and more of them.
And then we get one hell of a fucking fight sequence.
Yeah, no, it's all just going on in the background as he's just slowly walking towards the button. Yeah. And then you see...
And he's like struggling though. That's the thing, is like it is taking him effort.
Yeah, and he starts to
maintain everything, as there's a dude flying past him with laser eyes, like fighting somebody else. There's the teleporter dude who's like Nightcrawler.
Yeah, there's a lot of different powers on display there. Yeah. Like, yeah, you've got a speedster, you've got a teleporter, you've got somebody with telekinesis, you've got laser eyes, you've got Lisa, you've got somebody else who just seems to be strong. Although, in fairness, it doesn't really do Lisa any good, because after the fight, she's one of the ones to have been killed.
No, but that's after the dance sequence as well, because he also marionettes puppets.
Yeah. But he makes it to the wall and pushes the button, and you can see as he's gotten there, boils have started to appear.
Yeah, he's like almost bubbling.
And I think it's undoing. The further he pushes himself, it undoes what Marie did to him.
Because Marie's healed him to before the V took effect, and I think the V will override back to that burnt state.
Well, I think
that V might preserve them at whatever condition they were in.
And I think it's as well. It's like Polarity's condition.
Yeah.
The more he uses his powers, the more it damages him.
It seems to be mental powers in particular seem to be more damaging.
But also, the more he uses, in this case, it's the more he uses his power, the more he reverts back to what he was like before he was healed.
Because we've already seen the fact that the human body isn't able to cope with powers long term. Like A-Train's heart was failing. Obviously, Polarity was having like micro fucking seizures and shit like that.
Yeah, well, with A-Train, it was possibly because of the jumping
of V as well. But the human body can only withstand so much.
Yeah,
they haven't evolved.
But after the fight, Godolkin goes back up the steps to Sage and is all pumped.
Yeah, because Sage has been watching this being like, this is strange.
Oh, and during that first fight, Homelander calls Sage and she hangs up on him.
Yeah, because everybody, like, she watched the live stream, everybody's watched the live stream.
Well, when she watched the live stream, actually, we see her watching it and saying, that is not how you tell Homelander.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes upstairs and he's like this pumped. He's like, oh, I've never been able to control more than 2 before.
I'm really thirsty.
Yeah, and Sage is
like, woo, that was exhilarating.
Forget any of that. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and there's just like, the students are all like littered around the place, groaning. There's blood everywhere.
Yeah, and he's on a high.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm applying my own research. I'm
to me.
Yeah,
I'm leveling myself up.
Yeah, I'm evolving myself.
Like, why?
It's exhilarating. It's a little bit scary. I might have peed a little bit.
She's like, why? And he's like, well, because if I get strong enough, or the stronger I get, I might actually be able to control Marie.
Yeah, because we find out in another part that he can't control Odessa.
Yeah, well, he can't control Marie specifically.
She's too powerful. He's tried and he can't. And he wants, because if he can control Marie, if he can control one Odessa baby,
he can control
the other one. And Marie is stronger than Homelander.
Yeah, so if he can control Marie, he can control Homelander, and she's kind of like...
And he is framing it like this is a good thing, like at least we can control...
He's like, it's good for us,
We can control Homelander.
Sage is
But you know, the second that control slipped in any way, shape or form, because we've seen Polarity push him out of people, and if anyone else involved catches on to that, Homelander will pop his head.
Well, also... I think largely...
Like, could you imagine a Homelander's revenge if he found out he was being controlled? Like, he would, like, fucking scorched earth.
Yeah, and that's the control you can't hide.
Yeah.
Sage is already controlling him in a way that she can hide.
Yeah.
Like, we said that at the end of season 4. He shouldn't doubt her ever again.
Yeah, because she gave him what he wanted.
No, but first she made him think he had lost it all.
Yeah.
And then came in and saved it for him and was like, actually, no, we have everything you wanted. He's never going to doubt her again, or at least he shouldn't doubt her again. So she can control him so long as she plays within the bounds of within certain parameters and not pushing it too far, like surprising him with a new powerful soup.
Yeah,
or
who's incredibly
controlling
powerful.
him, mind controlling him. Yeah, because once you start, like you say, once you start to mind control him, you can never let up.
No.
Whereas now she can just keep going the way she is. And like she says, we need him for phase 2. And currently, whatever phase 2 is, she doesn't need to mind control him.
We know what phase 3 is.
Profit.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, no, we don't need to, like, we can't risk it. We've come this far, we can't risk it.
Like, I don't want to lose it all. I don't want to lose. I want to do this with you.
Yeah, and she's like,
this is our plan. And he's like, yeah.
My plan's better.
Yeah, 4 legs good, 2 legs better.
And then it's like, we need some music.
Yeah. And then proceeds to choreograph a dance number.
Yeah, no,
Kripke loves the dance number.
Well, it's not as Kripke, full on as
it is kind of him just being like, watch me puppet things.
Yeah, no, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, that is literally just him indulging.
I do like his little speech about how everything's Homelander's fault.
Oh my god, it's so good. Why do we have...
crap.
Yeah, and it's his reasoning of why he's doing this cull. You know, there's that Oceanland dolphin fucker.
Yeah, it's like, why are these people in the 7? Because Homelander can't handle any sort of competition.
Like, and so we have to settle for mediocre.
Yeah, we've mollycoddled these people who are just showy, flashy acts. There's no actual power to them. Yeah. And I like his little reasoning that it's all Homelander's fault.
Yeah. It so kind of echoes Stan's.
It does, yeah.
You're a bad product.
But that kind of covers largely the self-contained bad guy stuff.
Yeah, because that leaves him, like, we kind of don't come back to him until he's, like, the next
batch of students that come in.
After he's played with all of these ones.
Where everybody comes in for the big fight. So
that's kind of where everybody comes together from that point on.
Yeah, so checking back in with the gang. They start off with Doug vomiting all over Polarity's floor.
Yeah, and he's like, it's okay. Blood. Yeah, I suppose.
It probably is.
Yeah. Poor sweet Doug. But Doug's had the absolute shit kicked out of him because we've seen him at least take like 3 hits off a kettlebell being launched. Yeah. Like, Doug's not in a good way.
Doug's probably not going to survive.
And they're like, Marie, please fix. And Marie's like, no, I'm tired. I can't. I'm drained.
Well, but first we get a little bit of an expo dump from Doug.
Yeah.
I like the bit where he's like, oh yeah, where I think Marie's not sure who he is because she was off healing Godolkin when Doug was being like, oh, don't kill me, I'm Doug.
Yeah, it's not me, it's just me.
Marie's getting kind of filled in on that, and she's like, this is the guy, and he's like, yeah, I'm Doug. Hi. But then
he's the second.
Yeah, he's the second one because they're like, how is he?
He worked in I wasn't too bad. It was 1996. So that didn't make me feel as bad about the whole 20 years ago as 1980.
But Marie, somebody asks, I think is it Jordan asks, he's like, he's 100, how come he looks so young? And that's when Doug says, oh, he took V1.
Yeah, it's the same one that Stormfront and Soldier Boy got.
Yeah, so he doesn't age. And then Polarity says, but you do. And he goes, yeah, I'm the second one. I'm the second puppet.
And that he worked for like Blockbuster and he was living out of his car. He had lost his job and he was living out of his car. And he was
fixing VCRs on the side and went out to this guy's gaff who
asked him a load of questions.
He thought he was just a nice old guy. But yeah, they were obviously just probing questions to be like, so nobody will miss you, yeah?
Yeah. You got nothing going for you? Cool. Let me hop into you. And the nice old guy you were just talking to? Yes, strangle him to death.
Yeah.
With your bare hands. And then, he walked around in him.
Yeah. He explains a little bit what it's like. Jordan's like,
I can relate. Like it only happened for like a few minutes for me though, so I can't imagine what it was like for like years.
Yeah. And Marie tries to heal him then, but...
Yeah, because he's like, and his side's all messed up. He's definitely got like broken ribs, shit like that. Probably a punctured lung if he's...
Yeah, massive internal bleeding. On the way out. But Marie tries to heal him but can't because she's too wiped basically from healing Godolkin.
Yeah.
And...
They're like, we'll call him an ambulance. And they're like, no, it's too risky. And Polarity's like, I know somebody who's in this hospital as an attending, blah, 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 blah. I'll drive him. And it's like, no, you bring the doctor to you.
Bring the doctor there, yeah. But
bring the doctor to you.
Doug says whatever happens, he's
like, thank you for saving me.
Thank you for saving me, regardless of what happens. And it's like, oh, poor Doug, you're so dead. You shouldn't have said those words.
Yeah.
Oh, but actually, just before they bring him, or talk about bringing him to a doctor, I think is when Annabeth asks the important question of why did he go through all this effort to get Marie to heal her when he can control people? Why didn't he just control Marie from the start?
And that's when we find out that he can't.
He can't. Yeah, she's too powerful.
Yeah, he tried a whole bunch when she was in Elmira and he can't do it.
And then Doctor talk and they take him off and Doug and Polarity are in the car on the way to the doctor.
It was a really sweet moment.
There is, First Polarity is just like, is there anybody you can go to?
Yeah, is there anybody like, I can reach out to? And
he's like, nah, my parents were dead before then anyway.
Yeah.
And there's nobody else. Plus, what would I say? Hey, I haven't seen you in 30 years, but you want to take care of me now?
Yeah.
And then, there's the lovely bit where Doug tells them all about Andre in Elmira.
Being like,
winding up Godolkin.
That kid. Yeah, like he drove Godolkin crazy. Yeah. Like he managed to piss in his coffee.
Yeah.
Don't know how he did it, but like, yeah, and you would have been proud of him and saying that he was like a real hero and never gave up on his friends.
Yeah, and that kid was the greatest hero I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And they are unfortunately his last words.
Yeah. because noir.
Yeah, there's a big thump on the roof of the car, and then a sword comes through and stabs poor old Doug straight in the chest. And then, a
spurt.
Halogen smoke grenade, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And when Polarity rolls out, not surprisingly, Noir lands beside him and takes a selfie, which was a bit surprising.
Hunkers down, takes a selfie. I reckon he sent that to Sage to be like, yo, I got him.
No, I think given what we know earlier, it's just a selfie for himself.
Yeah.
Like, me with Polarity.
Yeah.
Passed out on the floor.
But, like, Sage is the one who's like, well, where is... He knows everything. She's on loose ends. She's covering her tracks. She wants plausible deniability.
But Polarity had sent the gang back to campus.
Yeah.
And they get back there, and Marie and Kate and Emma are kind of talking about what they should do next, whether they should... Yeah,
well, Annabeth's off getting changed and presumably showered, because I know I'd want to shower.
Well, Marie gives her clothes and is like, the bathroom's up the hall, off you go. And then...
Emma, Kate, and Marie.
Yeah, Marie apologises, basically, for what she had done the previous episode.
Yeah.
And for falling for all of Cypher's bullshit. And, she's like, I believed,
all
the Chosen One stuff.
It was her finally realising what, like, Polarity's been telling her, what Kate's been telling her, that, like, even when you think you're doing the right thing, they'll play, like, you're probably being played. And it's worse when, like, they're luring you in.
Well, that's the thing. That
like, Polarity was, like, very clear on, they get to you.
Yeah, whereas last week she thought that she knew she was fighting the bad guy.
Yeah.
And she was on the righteous path. And
turns out she's the bad guy, sort of.
Well, no, but she still went that route that Kate did. Even when she was fighting against Vought, they managed to get inside her head and make her do the thing that Kate did.
Yeah.
So she can absolutely understand how when you thought Vought were the good guys, they could manipulate you into doing this stuff.
I really hope there is going to be a scene in season 5 of Stan and Marie, of him being like, I told you so.
Yeah.
You didn't listen like the petulant child you are.
But
like, of him giving her a dressing down.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely going to get more Stan season 5.
Yeah, because I reckon he's financing Starlight.
No, I don't think. Well, maybe Starlight, but not the rest of the boys.
No, not the rest of them, but like he is probably slipping intel to Starlight.
Maybe. I don't know though, because I'd say
he's got his own.
Well, she's so anti-Vought, and he just wants to take. He wants to get Vought back.
Yeah.
So maybe not. We'll have to wait for season 5 to find that out, unfortunately. But yeah, Marie says, I fell for it all, and ultimately I'm always just going to be that girl who self-harms when she feels shit. And Emma's like, no, that's some bullshit, and says that she...
ate 16 pizzas and purged.
Yeah, well, that's what she would have done in the past, and there's a bit of her brain that even tells her now that she would do it. And Kate's like, but you're not like that anymore. And Emma's like, no, I am.
Yeah.
Do you not remember in Elmira like 2 weeks ago when I was doing that exact thing? And she's like, but that's not the point. The point is that, we are all fucked up, but we all have each other to support each other.
Yeah. In our shared fucked upness.
Yeah, and that would have been fine, but they had to put the line
Trauma bonding.
They had to put the line in about
being
family.
A fucked up little family.
Fucked up little family. And I'm like, look, that was implied. You didn't need to actually have the line there.
Yeah, but then it's followed up by them all having a group hug and Emma going, "This feels like the start of a threesome." And being like, "No."
Yeah, that was great. I was like, that was hilarious. They just did. I don't know.
Bring back horny Emma. Yeah.
I think I saw the family line coming from fucking miles away, and I was just like, it's just so obvious. Just don't say it. And then she said it anyway. But yeah, the following line about the threesome thing was hilarious.
And they're like, no,
and
thank you, but no.
She's like, fine, I'm going to go take a shit then.
Yeah.
But we'll get through this. And she leaves. Marie apologizes further to Kate. And Kate's like, yeah, no, I know you're sorry. And she's like, no, I'm sorry. Yeah. And I forgive you. And grabs Kate by the hand and heals her.
Yeah.
Kate is overwhelmed.
Yeah. And then that's when they get the whole video thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
They're sitting watching this whole Godolkin spiel seminar and they're like, oh shit,
yeah, we gotta do something.
He's gonna like,
well, initially they're like,
do to everybody.
Initially I think they just assume it's a trap for Marie, and that was where we were like, no, it's his whole culling thing, but they haven't quite connected that yet.
They know he wants Marie, and they're like, what's he doing? Like, is he trying to lure you there? And it's like, partially yes,
Yeah, but they're like, either way, we can't let...
But he's also going to send her an invitation because that's the kind of person he is. He'd be like, I want you here at this time. But whereas he's going to run through a load of...
lower level soups first.
Before then.
But, yeah, Marie makes the video telling everybody not to go. And then Sam and Emma head over to the frat house and get roofied. Because they... Yeah,
they try and convince Rufus not to go.
Well, everybody in the house not to go.
That it's dangerous and that, like, bad shit's going to happen to them. And they're like, well, we're not going to listen to you, Sam, because your
pledge killed himself.
Yeah, your bondage baby died.
Yeah.
Because they're still doing that weird shit.
But Rufus does his roofing.
And they're both staring into a room full of pledges, dancing.
No, they're doing jumping jacks.
Oh, are they doing jumping jacks?
Yeah, and they're not allowed to use their powers because he's given it to one of them for levitating.
Yeah. And they both have dicks drawn on their faces.
Yes, they both have dicks drawn on their faces, and they're discussing the fact that they got roofied and have dicks drawn on their faces when you suddenly hear Black Hole being like, "Sup, players?"
Yeah, and he's just sat in the corner, and he's like, "Yeah, sounded dodgy, didn't go to the seminar." So I thought I love that reaction.
He was just like, "Yeah, fuck that. That's it. Yeah,
it sounded dodgy.
I took what you guys said on board, and I stayed here."
And they're like, "Oh, did you have anything to?" Didn't feel like stopping the dick drawing, and he was like, no, it's some of my best work.
That was a particularly good line. I like that one as well. I was like, why did they wait until the last episode? I mean,
to make him fun.
To make him really fun.
Yeah.
Like, he was just kind of a funny power guy in the background, but they actually made him kind of fun in this episode.
I was like, that is really a teenage boy idea of like a funny superpower.
Yeah.
Is like he can shove. It's literally he's the guy who can shove everything up his butt.
I feel like some of the powers.
How does his digestion work?
No, we're not going down that road. No, I feel like some of the powers were ones that they didn't get to use in Diabolical in that the Red River episode where they all had really shit powers.
Yeah. It is very much a Red River.
But
I bet you he won so many bets in skill though.
Oh yeah, you know it. Marie's back out on the campus, and the guy who had escaped the first class, the phase.
Oh, the guy who phases through the wall.
He phases out of the wall and nopes the fuck out of there.
When the carnage all starts, he's like, oh no, fuck this shit, and just out of there, straight out the wall. And he's booting it down the campus. He's retrieved some sort of banner from somewhere for his modesty. And he's booting it around the campus, yelling, "Don't go to the seminar!
Yeah, he's killing everybody.
He's killing everybody." Marie's like, "Wait, whoa, what's hanging on?" And he's like, "It's Godolkin. He's in there. Like, he's got them all. He's making them kill each other." Like,
that's when she's like, "Oh shit!
Yeah, the culling
thing."
And everyone kind of converges back on them. Then
not before Jordan dumps Marie's ass.
Yeah, because Jordan's like, "I just want to be friends with you, but this isn't happening." Because Marie's like, "I'm sorry, I left you."
Well,
twice.
They have their realization that that's the culling thing. But that's also probably a trap to get
Marie there. Yeah.
And then Marie's kind of like, oh, fuck, I have to go. But before I do, I need to apologize to you.
Yeah, and I know you're never going to, like, forgive me for leaving twice.
And then Jordan's like, no, I do forgive you, but we absolutely cannot be together.
No, not a hope in hell. We just keep coming back to this. It's not working, but I would like to be friends with you.
Yeah.
But this, no.
Before Marie can make her case, then everybody else shows. I think Annabeth shows up first, and Sam, Emma, and Black Hole show up, and they're like, we've got an idea.
Kate and Annabeth show up.
Yeah, Kate and Annabeth show up first.
Yeah.
And Marie's like, Annabeth, you need to leave. It's
and
not
she's
safe.
Like,
she's like, no, I've spent my whole life running from these powers. I need to maybe embrace them a little bit. And then Emma, Sam, and Black Hole show up and are like, we have an idea. Plan. But before we see what that plan is, we find out what happened to Polarity.
Yes.
And he is being tortured in a cell with a fanboy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun.
I love the way the whole scene is just Black Noir just fanboying going on about these Area 51 movies for ages. And
the plot holes.
The deep lore and the plot holes and the fact that, it was
us
probably studio
Prometheus.
Execs. It was probably studio execs ruining it, but it was a big disservice to the fans. And Polarity's response to all of this is, so you can talk now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I just thought that was great.
Because he's just like,
because he's obviously just been spieling all this stuff at Polarity the whole time about these movies, and then finally gets a chance to say something. So
you can talk now. What's the deal with that? And the way Noir's just sat cross-legged on the floor.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And Sage comes in, is like, Noir, you can piss off. Like, stop talking to him.
So when Sage was with Godolkin earlier, he calls her Jessica.
Yeah.
When she walks into the room there and says Noir, the subtitles said Lily. As in, Lily is the person who is speaking and says Noir. And we were like, Lily? What the fuck? So that was weird. But anyway, she tells Nora to fuck off. And
Nora... Jessica Bradley, that's the character name, so I don't know where they get the Lily from.
Fuck, she's Jessica Bradley.
Yeah.
Fuck, why did I never realise that?
Why?
Jessica Bradley is the one that Stillwell in the comics, James Stillwell in the comics, who was largely Edgar in the show, brings in as his second in command, but ultimately is his fall girl.
Ah.
That's Jessica Bradley in the comics. Fuck, Bradley. I never realised that. Ah, brilliant. Ah, nice. I didn't realise that. Cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think that will ultimately be her. No, I don't, because... Sage isn't going to be the fall girl for anybody.
No.
And proof in the pudding right here is that's why she comes to see Polarity. This is after she's had the kind of argument with Thomas.
She's basically had, and he's done his whole my plan is better, and she's having a bit of either an epiphany or...
She's dumping his ass.
Yeah, in a very spectacular fashion.
She's taking it hard because I think she thought that this was somebody who was on her level.
Yeah.
But now she's found out he's not. And he's actually just like all the rest of them who assume that they're smarter than she is.
He's just some guy.
He's just like those doctors who wouldn't listen to her about the cure for cancer for her grandmother. Yeah. He's just like all the rest of them, like she says, it all ends the same.
Yeah.
But before she gets to that line, she comes in and she says to him, about how he's healed.
Yeah.
And explains why she knows, because she can tell the little signs. And then it's like, you were stronger when you were weaker. Yeah. A man who has nothing to lose is super strong.
Yeah.
And then tells
him. She starts to goad him.
And I think that's why she just wants to remind him that he's got nothing to lose. Like, okay, you're fixed, but your wife's still dead and your son's still dead. And, and the guy who's responsible for that is still out there.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not fucking talking to you about them. And she doesn't want him to talk. I think she is just...
She's just riling him up.
Yeah, she's just riling him up to get him to go there because she knows he's the one thing that can actually help the rest of them stop him.
Yeah, she's like, he's pissed me off.
Yeah, she doesn't say that to him. Polarity can tell something has changed.
Yeah, she's off
from the way she's talking, and then she kind of finishes it by saying, "You're not going to die today."
Yeah, you are going to die,
but it's not today. But it doesn't matter because it all ends the same and walks out of the cell.
But she doesn't close the door properly, and it takes him a few minutes to realise. And
he chops it, and then he's smarter than the rest of them escaping from Elmira, because before he even walks out the door, he slides it open a little bit and looks around to be like,
and then,
okay. And then, presumably goes for
exits.
And I'm guessing, makes his way back to campus because we don't see him for a little bit.
I think he's in the woods.
There.
Yeah, the mural on the wall looked awful familiar.
And I suppose they would have had specific cells because he's
like
in a Magneto-esque cell.
If Noir, for how quickly Sage got to him, it would make sense that he's in the woods. Why would Sage risk transporting him somewhere else?
Yeah, I suppose.
Just bring him back. They have a secure holding.
And as
the woods has holding from multiple types of soups as well. That's all concrete and glass.
But chances are as well, the reason she's released Polarity is to cover her own tracks too.
Yeah, because Godolkin's gone rogue.
Yeah, well, Godolkin's gone outside of what she had planned to do with him. He's announced himself to the world.
Against her wishes.
Homelander's trying to call her, and I assume she's smart enough. Well, we know that her and Godolkin were doing was not directed by Homelander, and Homelander didn't know specifically about what they were doing or what their plans were to do. So she has plausible deniability at the minute and can just be like, I didn't know he was going to do that. Or Homelander might not even know that they were working together.
Yeah. Because he's like, because that was the whole thing in his live stream. He's like, the rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated.
Yeah. So I think that's just her being like, right, time to cover my tracks and let Polarity go and kill him.
Yeah, because if Homelander gets a hold on him, he's either going to take him over or Homelander's just going to kill him.
Well, I don't think he's powerful enough to take on Homelander yet. But she could get found out if Homelander makes it to Godolkin, basically.
Yeah, he could be like, she's just using you.
Yeah. But back on campus, the second class is about to start. All the students, varying degrees of alive and dead from the first class, are still lying around. Poor Lisa looks dead.
She's dead.
Rufus
is
still alive.
There's a few of them definitely dead.
Oh, yeah, no, there's a few that are definitely dead. And second class comes in, and they're all kind of looking around like, oh, fuck. And Godolkin tells them, well, I think I've actually been going too easy on you. But before you can start tearing this group apart...
There's a late entry. Well, Black Hole's in the group.
Yeah, Black Hole is in the group.
We see him coming in, and we're like, what's going on?
Yeah, what, did you change your mind all of a sudden?
What's going on? But we were also like, oh my god, is he gonna like...
I actually for a second I was going to be so annoyed.
Was he gonna like Mr. Slave?
Because I had meant to suggest it in the last episode that a la the whole fan theory, Thanos Ant-Man thing, where people were like, wouldn't it be hilarious if Ant-Man jumped up Thanos' butt and then got big? I thought to myself last week, how funny would it be if they reversed that and just shoved Godolkin up Black Hole's arse and left him there?
Would he be able to control him from the inside? Possibly
not. It certainly seems like you can't get out unless he lets you out, though. Yeah. But no, that's not what happens.
No.
Yes, there's a last late entry. We see Kate use her powers. She didn't need to. Like, Marie could easily have just pushed Vance out of the way. But no, it was nice to show her, she's got her powers back.
Yeah.
Marie comes in through the door, and Godolkin's like,
oh, you're too early.
I'm not ready for you yet. Can you come back in an hour or two?
And she's like, no, if you let everybody go, I won't kill you.
I think he genuinely means it there.
He's like, I'm
not ready for you yet. Yeah. Like, go away. You weren't supposed to come yet. But yeah, she says,
you're ruining my plan.
She says, yeah, if you let everybody go, I won't kill you.
Yeah. And he's like, well, what do we think, kids?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? Because the group that walk in are like, white space covered in blood. Everybody's fucked. Some people are actually dead.
Yeah. And then Marie comes in and threatens to kill him.
and like, they're all like, what the fuck is going on? And I do like the fact that he's like,
about the hands.
I understand now why you use the hands. Like, it's not necessary, but it just feels right. Wonderful line delivery.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy Godolkin, actually.
No, I think my favourite bit is actually later on when Harper's controlling him. The two of them have their movements synced up perfectly.
Also Harper.
Uh-huh.
I just love Harper.
Oh, Harper, she's great. Yeah. But when he starts getting them to attack Marie, she does really well at just normal fighting. Yeah. Before she does anything blood related, she's just like the first 3 or 4 who come at her. She dodges 1 or 2 of them, and she flattens 1 or 2 of the others.
She's focused as well. She's like, I'm going straight for you.
Again, she has powered up, and I assume it's not just her blood powers. It's
she
her
is
overall power. Yeah. But yeah, Black Hole goes for her and she
gets him in a blood lasso
and then like squeezes him and then just goes, Jordan, now!
And there's a shock out of his butt and it wipes everybody out, and then is it Jordan? Somebody comes shooting out.
The first 3 out are in reverse order. Jordan is the 3rd one out.
Yeah, so it's like Sam.
And I don't know who the first one is.
Greg.
Is it Greg?
It's Greg. He flies out.
Oh, of course. That makes so much more sense. Because at first I thought it was Sam.
Boom! No, he flies out. And then Sam gets out. And then Jordan squeezes out.
But the way he flies out.
I know. That was how he like cannonballs out. I was like, who the fuck is that? It's Greg.
It was like Zap Brannigan coming out with the thing at the end of Rebirth and Futurama. Just going, wee!
It's Greg.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
It's Greg. He flies out. Yeah, I does not look pleasant. I didn't need to see that.
No.
It's very Ace Ventura and the Rhino.
It is. The bit where Emma's the last person to come out. The way it's just she comes out, you can just see her. She looks like some sort of weird Kilroy.
I know.
You know Kilroy.
Yeah. Kilroy was here.
But yeah, everybody's up there. Ali's up there. Harper. For some reason, we get an upskirt of Harper when she comes out, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, I could have done without that.
It was just for this show. It was like, what? That's not this show.
Yeah. That's like especially because Harper's done some degrading shit in season 1.
But yeah, they all climb out.
Yeah. Start beating the crap out.
Just kind of like,
what the fuck?
What? Yeah, it was a bigger fight scene.
Big brawl.
And
Emma gets big.
Yeah, Emma gets big and just wallops.
Full on punts him.
Punts him across the room.
I kind of want a giant Monty Python foot squelch.
No, I thought it was cool. The way it's done.
She just goes,
the special effects are fucking deadly.
And then she's
just like from straight back down. So it's pure control on Emma's part.
Yeah.
And then Harper and Ali get to work once Emma's booted him across the room.
Ali grabs him with her mighty bush.
Yeah. And then Harper,
seriously,
the way Harper goes in, it just boop, just practically
just. And then it's like, oh shit, I have his powers, and they're talking together. Did it work? And everyone stops and looks at her, and she's like, "Am I controlling them?" And
she's controlling everyone. And Emma's
just like, "Yeah, now stop controlling them."
You pointed out though as well.
Does she take their powers? Because he would just immediately have control. Like when she leaves,
there's 2 options here. So option 1 is Harper takes your power for 60 seconds, and you no longer have it.
Because she does say she is controlling him. And but do say they have, that's why they have the countdown, because she only has control for that long.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There's 2 options. Either she takes your powers and she is controlling, she takes his powers away from him and controls him and everybody else, which I don't think it is. Because why would she bother controlling him if...
She's just
and how would she be connected to all the rest of them? So what's more likely, I think, is she just copies your powers.
She just borrows them.
But when she borrows them, as we saw with Emma, she seems to instinctively know how to use them. She was able to grow and shrink like at will when Emma hasn't been able to master that ever until just now. So when she takes their powers, she has the same level of their power. Yeah. And an innate ability to control it. Yeah. So I think she actually is controlling him. Yeah. Which means that she is super powerful. Yeah. And her power isn't just if she can extend that, like if she can extend the length of time.
Yeah. You've got a rogue-esque character going on.
Yeah, you've got a super, super powerful. Like, she'd be nearly Odessa level if she can extend that length. But anyway, they get everybody out.
Yeah, because her powers are really cool.
It's cool. I was so glad that they got to actually... Well, she survived.
Yay!
For starters.
But I do genuinely really like Harper. She's sweet and her heart's in the right place.
Yeah, no, I like what they did with her this season.
She's got a set of balls on her, like, for them to be willing to, like, help. And
it's do or die then as well, I think. Yeah. Because like he is going to kill all the people on campus that he can. But yeah, they get everybody out.
And Rufus is like, oh my god, you came for me.
Oh my god, you're actually saving me.
And they're like, shut up, Rufus.
Yeah, but
then let the grandstanding begin.
Let the grandstanding begin, because Marie comes up.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of grandstanding. There's just a time and place for it. This isn't the time nor the place.
Yeah, because she's like, we beat you. We all did, even the useless ones.
And Emma's like, yeah.
Instead of just going up to him and...
Oh, because Annabeth and Kate come in as everyone else is leaving. So it's like the whole gang is confronting him.
Yeah, they've gotten everybody else out and it's just our gang. Yeah. It's the Gen V gang. And yeah, Marie goes up and is like, yeah, we beat you. All of us, even the crappy ones. And instead of just exploding him without saying anything, she raises him up and then
he's all like,
gets control of her. He gets control of her. And every time we've seen him use his powers since the first boil thing, and as he's controlling more and more students, the boils
it's
are getting
all
worse.
Up his chest,
all over his arms,
like
it's up his neck
and stuff. Yeah.
And as he takes control of Marie, it
goes away.
So as he takes control of Marie, then he starts grandstanding.
Yes. Through Marie.
Yeah, through Marie. Does a big
Kate pops on fairly quick
thing.
Yeah, very Blade. We want blood sacrifice vampire thing.
Yeah, and Annabeth's like,
don't understand
this is the vision.
The purpose of it.
It's just more grandstanding. Yeah,
he's
just like, oh, I'm controlling her.
Because he's like, oh,
so
how
I
to
want
make a
to
diamond.
Use her powers.
Pressure. Like, he's having a bit of I'm going to level the pair of us up by, like, making her work her powers more while I working her powers more.
Yeah, so he's doing his blood tornado thing, and then
Annabeth's like, this is the vision! And everyone's like, Annabeth, get out of here. And they're like, no, Annabeth, stay!
Yeah, he pins them all down with Marie's powers and continues his grandstanding. Starts telling them that they're all pinnacles of superheroes. They're perfect superhero specimens, but they're wasting it.
Yeah, they're all
weak, and worse than weak, they're treasonous
because they've gone against their own kind.
Yeah, and his grandstanding then leads to his own downfall, as Marie's grandstanding nearly led to her own downfall.
Because he's now using Marie to basically crush their skulls or something like that.
Well, he's just about to kill them all. And Polarity. Yay!
Bombs. Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah, flings Godolkin out of all of them.
Yeah.
And then picks up a big chunk of concrete with some reed bar in it.
Lamps him
with it.
Oh,
and as good as that is, that kick... That's a good solid kick to the chest that he gives him as well.
He's like in the corner.
Yeah, Godolkin's slumped over on the floor and like using his hands trying to like at him and nothing is happening. And Marie comes up beside. I know Marie had to be the one to kill him, but at the same time, like...
Give Polarity.
But right now, Marie doesn't need to be the one to kill him. He can't take control of any of the rest of you while Polarity is there, it seems. Or if he can, Polarity can just zhung you out again. Yeah. So just let Polarity kill the dude. He killed his son. He's responsible for killing Polarity's son. Let Polarity kill him. But no, Marie's like... Pfft.
Yeah, we're not going to risk anything. We're going to pop his whole head, make sure he can't recover from us.
Yeah. Yeah, explodes him.
Godolkin chunks everywhere. I like the way Polarity looks at her like, damn, Marie.
No, I like the way that they it's a different explosion from, like, say, the head pop or from when...
like, there's bits of chest.
When they fully explode somebody.
Really fucks them up.
Yeah, I think it's just a chance to let... What's the crowd who do the special effects on?
Yeah.
A chance to let them do something different.
Yeah.
Explode a torso from halfway up this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's dead. And Marie turns to Polarity and says, that was for Andre, and then turns to the corpse and says, thanks for the level up, asshole.
Yeah.
Polarity's like, right, cool, Vought on the way, so
let's skedaddle.
Let's get the fuck out of here. They all go outside, and he's
fuzz.
like, yeah, Vought are going to be here soon.
Y'all need to leave.
There's another massacre on campus. This time they don't have a human being to blame it on, so they're going to need a scapegoat, so...
They all think you're already starlighters,
so get out of here.
Yeah, I all need to get out, and they're like, and Marie's like, no,
we are not running. We've been running for so long. We're going to stay here.
I'm not going, and they're like, no, trust me. Learn how to pick your battles. This is not it. You need to get out.
No, it's great. He's like, look, I'm happy that you learned lessons and shit, but
no. You need to leave. And Sam is like, when should we plan on being back? And he's like, never.
Yeah, he's like, will we come back? And he says, don't plan on it.
Don't plan on it. You need to go now. And they're all like, okay, fair enough.
I'm kind of surprised Sam is the one to say that, because of all of them...
It's the only place he's had that's like home, though.
Yeah, but Sam should be the one who would want to stay with the gang regardless of where they were.
Yeah.
Not want to stay in that specific place, I would have thought. It's not that big of a thing. So they all skedaddle after Sam says that, except for Emma, who's like, you should come too.
Yeah, and he's like, I can't. Polarity's like, I can't. Somebody needs to stay here and clean up and deal with this. Let me do that. You have to let me do that.
Yeah, he's like, it's the only way. I thought I couldn't go on without Andre, but I will.
Yeah.
And this way, as long as I'm here on this campus, Andre is with me. And she tells him that he would be super proud and has a big old hug and then goes to leave. But she sees Greg.
Yeah, because we'd forgotten about Greg.
We'd kind of forgotten about Greg as well. Well, actually, no, I do like that bit in the fight where just before Emma gets big, the guy with the weird laser eyes.
Oh, yeah, is sizing her up and the two of them punch him.
Well, no, it's Greg comes out. Greg gets the punch in, I think.
But the two of them
are standing there staring at each other.
Yeah.
Just
no, I want to save the girl.
Before either of them can say anything, two other students both grab them from behind and pull them away.
Just to get, the pair of them, there's a bit of animosity.
But yeah, so Emma runs up to Greg, and before Emma says anything, Greg's like, I can't, I have to stay with my sister. And it's like, bitch, nobody invited you.
Yeah,
she was coming over to say goodbye. Not come with me, guy I met 2 weeks ago.
She's like, I have to leave now. But she plants a big one on him and is like, raise hell.
Yeah, fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Off they go off campus, on the run, and we see them on the side. They pull over on the side of the road, and it seems they're trying to find Stan.
Yeah, none of them can exactly remember where
they were.
Yeah, well, Emma's like, I'm pretty sure it's over here. And Sam's like, how would you know? You were in my pocket.
Yeah. Marie asks if anybody even knows how to contact him. Kate's like, no. But I do need to pee.
Yeah, and all the boys are like, I'm going to go pee now. And Jordan, the traitor,
just switches.
And I'm with the girls on the fuck you.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Fuck you, buddy.
Annabeth and Marie have a nice little touching moment where Marie's like, we can.
Well, no, they're before that. You have Kate turn around to Emma and being like, hey, you and Sam are getting on well. And she's like, nope.
Nope. There's no me and Sam. There's no me and anybody.
And it's like, oh.
And then, Annabeth and Marie have their little moment where Marie's like, we can bring you back to Pam now if you want, because anybody who is dead. Yeah.
Well, they're not going to target you for no good reason, as well.
But Annabeth says no, she'd rather stay with Marie.
Plus, you're kind of useless without me, so...
Yeah, then Marie takes a shot at her about being a crappy precog.
Yeah, because there is that whole bit when, she's going around telling them all their faults while she's, grandiosing as Godolkin, where she's like, you're, the worst precog I've ever seen. And you don't even go here.
Another Mean Girls reference.
Yeah, she doesn't even go here.
I'm going to know all the references before I ever actually see that film.
Yeah.
And then the lights start to flicker. And Annabeth goes, she's here. And Annie arrives.
Yay!
Well,
and then
Emma's like, Starlight. But I love the way Marie's like, actually.
She prefers to be called Annie. I know, because she's in my phone book.
Annie said something very interesting about...
Damn Sage leaking the Odessa files.
Yeah, so...
And if you guys hadn't worked that out, we'd all be screwed, because they'd obviously all seen the Godolkin thing.
No, I think what Annie is saying is if they hadn't worked out that the whole Godolkin was Godolkin and our Cypher was Godolkin thing, it would have all gone according to their plan. But I'm like, did Sage turn around to Annie and say, oh no, actually Annie, I was the one who leaked you that? Because Sage... Sorry.
Or was it all, have they worked out that the leaking of Odessa to find her maid... Sage did that so that they dig into it and think that... basically make her believe that she was the one. No.
I'm not questioning Sage releasing the information. I'm questioning how did Annie find out that Sage released that information.
No idea,
because it's only Godolkin and Sage who we see talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose she could have figured going with how everything went down. She could have been like, "Oh fuck, maybe they leaked that because it was Sage."
There's a good chance as well that Stan Edgar reached out and was like, here's some information we think you need to know.
But then Stan would have had to know that she leaked that information to Annie on purpose.
No, but I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not going to get too hung up on it because then A-Train shows up.
Yay! And he's like, what's up,
we were
bitches?
Right. We said at the end of season 4, well, one of the things we thought might happen was that Annie was out on her own. Yeah. Everybody else got captured, Butcher's in the wind and not on their side anyway.
Yeah.
So we were like, who is Annie going to go to? And we said, maybe Maeve, but Maeve is depowered.
Maeve has no powers and she's done. Like,
leave her alone, leave her out of it.
Maeve is given enough.
So the only other option was that she could maybe track A-Train down or A-Train would track her down, and apparently that's what happened. And he also says to them...
that they did a grid search stuff because it was like,
before A-Train shows up. When she's talking about, you did a great job figuring all that out, she said, I was really impressed, and so was a few others. Or she makes mention of people other than her being impressed, and the impression I got was that it was more than just one other person.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just her and A-Train. But anyway, then they ask, how did you find us? And she says, I just did a grid search of 200-mile radius around it. Took about a half an hour, and we were like, fuck, she flies fast. And then A-Train...
hello.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, if this is your idea, is this what we're doing? Just standing out in the middle of nowhere shooting the shit?
That's the first thing that I'm going to put a bullet in is, stand around shooting the shit. You rebels now, act like it.
You want to join the resistance?
Annie had said that previously. She's like, do you want to join the resistance? And Emma's like, we kind of have our own resistance going on, but merger? Yeah. Cool. And then the episode ends with 9 Inch Nails.
Yay! Always a good way. And the hand that feeds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And that is the episode, and thus the season over.
Yes.
Like I said at the start, short episode. Kind of only one thing happened in it, but I did really very much enjoy it.
Yeah.
It wrapped up nicely. The questions that I do have are largely just related to what Sage's phase 2 was, but that is going to be season 5 stuff. Hopefully any questions we have about where she wanted Godolkin to work into it will be answered in season 5.
Yeah, because she's going to have to obviously fix that now.
But I don't think... I saw... This maybe is a season wrap chat, but briefly now I'll say it. I saw people saying online that they thought that the whole season was literally just set up for season 5. I don't think that's fair. I actually think there was nearly less setup than there was for season 4.
No, we got more of the history of Godolkin and the university.
And I think...
Which was fitting of them having fallen into this. It just happens that this is a microcosm of the greater world.
But yeah, while
and there's
we saw
schemes afoot all over. Like, we knew that Gen V was never going to be completely separate. That's the thing that people always think that, it's going to be a completely different spin-off. It's going to be like Stargate Atlantis where, like this first season was kind of blah, 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 but then they cut them off entirely. No, it's like what happens in the real world is affecting in here. It's more contained because it's Vought run. No, but when the cracks start to appear in Vought, that's when you're going to start to... That's like, there's people who aren't happy with Vought.
That's in-world stuff.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just the complaint that I saw this season that was that it did nothing except for set up season 5 of The Boys. And I don't think that's true because apart from seeing hints of what Homelander's done to America and knowing that Stan wants to take things back.
Yeah.
And now knowing that Starlight and A-Train have teamed up. That's kind of it.
Yeah. Sage is the CEO. Yeah, so it's going to be Stan versus Sage, which is...
But any of that stuff could easily have been filled in at the start of season 5 with just like a couple of minutes of footage.
Or you could have been... Even things like the announcement of her being CEO could have just been in the background for something on a ticker. Yeah, like there's loads of stuff like that where it didn't necessarily... Like, it was a throwaway line that does give you more information. But the fact that... Well, like, yes, like there is obviously going to be some follow through, like, because they're directly tampering in that, and it's...
No, let's save this next week. Yeah, we'll talk about this next week. But
those would just keep going.
I will revisit it, but I think, that it wasn't as much of a... I think season 1 set up season 4 more than season 2 set up season 5. But that remains to be seen. But yes, that was... the last episode of the season.
Yes. As
just mentioned, we will be back with the season wrap next week. But as ever, thanks for joining us, guys. And in the meantime, if you want, you can head back and listen to all of our other episodes about The Boys, or our other podcasts, Mono Rants at the Movies, or Death Rants at Metalocalypse Podcast. Or you can come and chat with us on Twitter at RantsMono, on BlueSky at Monorants, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. And we'll catch you next week.
Bye.